Hi guys.
Hey,
So I've I started it was a spontaneous awakening for me in 2020 and I just thought I was losing my mind. However, here we are fast forward a few years later and I've changed so much that my marriage has actually ended just recently. Um and now I feel like I've done all this work and I've gone to therapy. I've dealt with like trauma after trauma that just keeps coming up. I don't know where it's all coming from, but it's in there somehow. And I guess my question is like, now what? Now what happens? Like I don't like we keep working, right? Like I guess I have to keep working towards something. Like I don't know what happens. I think I'm stuck right now.
yeah,
Um, And that's, yeah, maybe it's
okay,
more of a support question than anything because
yeah.
I really know.
No, this is yeah, it's difficult to have your relationship, come to an end and fall
Yeah.
apart and yeah, it's a challenging period for anybody, regardless of what they're going through in terms of spiritual transformation. But, combine that with Kundalini awakening and all of this that we're going through, it can be quite a ride, quite a ride. So, you know,
Well, it's
uh,
the awakening because it's transformed me in so many ways. And when I look back, I'm so grateful even for all the hardship of it. Like I really do believe that at the end, it's really a beautiful process, although it was so traumatic at the time and I didn't understand what was happening. But now I feel like it's come to this point where it's like I'm supposed to strap some wings onto my back and it's like, okay, it's time to fly now. And I guess I'm just having this fear of like moving forward now in this new version of myself.
right.
And that's, I guess, where I don't know if anyone else has experienced or has experienced that part of it, but that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, yeah. So you've gone through a rebirth, right? So we don't go through a death and a rebirth process just to be reborn. We go through that to be reborn and then to live in a new way, to fulfill our mission to show up in the world in a new way. Now, after the rebirth process, we don't it doesn't come with, say, like a roadmap, a user manual. It's not always
Yeah.
obvious what do we do, right? Unless, so like you said, you feel like there's something to do, there's a new direction to move in, but we don't always have that direction. And this is what they describe as the period of integration. This is the
Okay.
period of, just like a baby that's born, they have a mission, they have a purpose, but they don't get that all on day one, right? They've got to learn how to navigate in the world. They have to learn how to speak, learn who they are. Um, and so this is similar to what happens with us as we go through this process. You can acknowledge, I've been healed, I've been transformed, went through a pretty significant evolution, a death and rebirth process. Well, now what? Right. So if you look around at your life, you may see that there is space being created for something new to fill that space. And while the space is being created, it can feel empty, it can feel like there's a void, but know that in time that face will be filled, not spilled. The space will be filled.
Mhm.
The energy will come to do whatever it is that you need to do. It doesn't need to look like becoming a public speaker and writing books and stuff. It totally could. I think he'd be great
Yeah.
at that. But for some, it just means taking a bit of space and then returning back to the world in a new way that some may not recognize, you may not recognize. And it's like learning how to live in a drastically new way. It can be quite uncomfortable. We take it one day at a time. Um, it can be an incredible time period for exploration of creativity, just writing, exploring different things, reading different things, seeking inspiration. But know that what's on the horizon for you is something that you're not meant to fully understand yet. You can't understand yet. It's something completely fresh and new. So part of the joy is actually in unraveling that through this period of integration. So be easy on yourself during this period as well. I was advised by Matt Kahn, actually, and he said to focus on self-care. When you don't know what to do, when you don't know what's next, focus on self-care, the basic
Okay.
stuff. basic stuff, exercising, eating well, moving around, cleaning up, catching up on errands, whatever it is, that stuff. That's how you'll learn how to fly in a new way. That's how you'll learn how to flow. That's the training ground for you to understand how to navigate with this new state of consciousness. And from
Mm-hmm.
there, it just snowballs into something bigger and bigger. Like I said, it's something you can't yet understand or comprehend, but it begins with self-care. Many people go through an awakening, they recognize I've gone through something significant. Now bring on the big mission, bring it on. But you look around and they don't really have much of a self-care routine going on. They're neglecting like the most important fundamental stuff at the basis of, our lives. So focus there, that's training ground, and then it will blossom into something else. Like I said, you didn't get reborn just to be reborn. You were reborn for a purpose, and that purpose will come. It will come.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Lauren and Stasia are speaking about the void here. I like to refer to the void as the limbo period. Limbo period. After awakening, but before integration. Yes, it takes some time to move from the limbo period back into the world. In some respects, we can say that we are reaching a high degree of integration when our life appears to be quite normal. Those that are unintegrated can appear to be sometimes super spiritual, larger than life. They feel like everybody's different. Those that are integrated feel human, normal, and in some respects, as if they're the same as everyone else. So that's a good way to consider your degree of integration.